Right, good morning. We're going to try something a little different today. Typically when I do stream, it's very, very late at night. I think that is actual fear of actually having people stumble on the stream, uh, especially those that probably know. But that's okay. We're going to try some new things. And truth be told, I wasn't able to sleep, so got out there, seen the sunrise, and that's some music. Let's get some music going. Seen the sunrise this morning, which was lovely. Watched the mist and the fog burn off out there in the swamp. But I have a presentation due for work today in the morning, a couple hours from now, of work that should be complete already. So I am signing on to work early. I've already done that a couple of times throughout the night to try and catch up a wee bit. And I'm going to try and take this opportunity to stay forced in a chair, especially now I'm not on technically work hours. But I need to take this time and actually get this done. It's not the easiest stuff in the world. We're moving around a lot of code today. What I am going to do though is I'm going to turn on the Kynto live chat. Anyone hops on, you'll have an avatar spawned in the bottom of the screen. Your message will be first moderated and then read out with an avatar. On the screen you'll get a speech bubble, a custom colour, and you'll also get a unique voice. So every single chatter that gets past moderation filters, you become part of the stream. Both visually, on the screen there, you'll actually see your message, you'll see your avatar, you can actually control it, there's a bunch of commands to move it all around, and yeah, there's a lot here. I need to get better at put together a little checklist, so when I actually do go live, I run through and post the commands, so you know which commands to use to move your avatar a bit. All the new stuff I've been coding, and yeah, just need to get better at organising. Picking up a book again that I've read a bit of but I've never completed. It's called Atomic Habits. Personally, my biggest problem is staying organised, and despite coding this entire platform you see in the bottom of the screen there, which has enabled all sorts of streams and all sorts of people to stream, and you'll be seeing some more of that soon. I got to apply that to my life as well. But I've got the work laptop on the desk. We're going to switch over to that. It's from a distance, you won't be able to see anything crazy. This is more of a tool just to make sure that I actually stay in the bloody chair. Get this work done for the presentation, because with everything that's been going on in life, it's been very difficult to stay focused on work. But I have to. I've got a house I have to pay for, technically 2 houses. It's actually kind of ridiculous, but we'll make the best of it. So typically for my own projects here, we work with React, Node.js. I'm a big JavaScript proponent, have been for about 20 years now. I've watched it mature, I've watched it be inspired, and I've watched it grow. There was a time where I did switch over for a little bit to actually script free before Flash was killed off. Mainly because if you wanted sockets in your applications, there was no native WebSocket support built into the browser at that time. Although there was workarounds utilizing long polling and tools such as Comet.js, which was kind of a wrapper for sockets, and it would let the browser keep an open long poll connection, and it would shoot or let you receive socket packets that way, and I guess to send them it would open up another instance that it would post data. I'm not quite sure on the particulars there. But for work today, we're working in Vue 3. And I have got quite a bit to move around. I was on app development, Swift UI, up until about a month or so ago. I actually got recognised at work for my work there, which was pretty cool. They were supposed to send me a President's Award, but I didn't get it in the mail yet. Who knows if it'll show up. Now that project got released and is doing well. I was switched over to another one, which was in desperate need of some help. That's what I'm at. So, got to drink some water because we got underslept here, but we got to get coding. I'm okay with a bit of glare on the work laptop screen. There's nothing that I'll be working on that is crazy anyway, but you always have to be cautious with privacy, especially in a professional setting. Technically work starts in about 2 hours, but as I said, I have a presentation I need to prepare for, which is presenting a completed function here, completed features. It's a terrible song. Most of these songs were just pulled from the YouTube audio library. So, you know, YouTube is quite stringent on what audio you can use in your videos, which is a wee bit upsetting at times. I've seen people get by it. You know, they play something but turn the stream off immediately, delete it, remove it afterwards. I'm not a big fan of that because I'm trying to build up an archive to kind of look back on. If you look at some of the first videos on my channel, probably about from 14 years ago, I was posting what I was working on then. It's pretty enjoyable to look back sometimes. That's a wee bit loud. Let's see. God. Try to get motivated, not blow everyone's eardrums out that decides to see what the hell I'm doing. Alright, so I need to trigger the save dialog before we allow them to do a shade action here. We're working with Vuex and Vue3, and it looks like the other developers set this up so the component will show the save dialog on page load if the property is set, but we need it to be reactive. So we're just going to be funny today and see what ChatGPT has to say, because my brain is a wee bit mushy with the lack of sleep. Oh, my bloody alarm's going off to wake me up. That's terrible. But I'm not sure you are. Myself, like many people, can't live without an alarm, but it's one of the worst sounds in the world. I have an old school little bell alarm because I really don't like to get up. Unless I'm doing something interesting that day, like going to Scotland. But we're not doing that today. We're using the options API, although I did set up a bunch of helpers to be, I guess, composable. But, okay, so we need to do this in mutations. So we need to do a watch. isn't this? But it makes sense of this. Save dialog. Also got to get some base properties in here. We've got to have the page loader show when you're generating PDF and it successfully downloads. I'm close enough I could get this done, but I'm feeling the pressure. Last few presentations haven't went too well. Usually I'm able to pull it off quite well. I'm good at what I do, but there's a certain amount of stress that I can handle. Stress that just can't. Oh, I didn't set up Kynto though. I should probably do that. So messages actually. Hey Mohammed, if you look at the bottom of the screen, we've got an avatar chat down there. So what I'm actually going to do is going to activate that, so your comment will be read out in stream, and any other comments you send will be read out as well. So it's a completely custom coded platform, utilizes WebRTC, it lets multiple folks join my stream, share desktop, like all my streams composed using this little custom platform that I coded. Focus, sir. And next to this, so this is typically what I work on stream. However, working on a web app for work, so I have to present that in a couple of
What game are you working on?
Cool, so your comment just got read out. Now that's live. Yes, thank you for letting me know. Let me know if that is a little bit better, if you can hear me a wee bit better. I appreciate you letting me know that. I'll check on my end as well.
Yes, that's better, sir.
Much appreciated, buddy. I really do appreciate that. The worst thing you can do is watch someone talk and not hear them and not tell them you can't hear them, right? That's not good. Oh, but basically, what I'm coding, what I'm building on this channel is what you hear. So when you type comments in here, you get a little avatar on the bottom of the screen. It's all controlled by the YouTube live chat. Read your messages out, gives you a custom voice, so it's different than other chatters. And then you have a little avatar that you can actually control in the live chat as well. If you're interested, I can put the commands in the chat so you can see what you can do with it. But it's basically a streaming aid, just to make YouTube lives a wee bit more interesting, easier to put together with other people. Do you do any coding yourself? Are you interested in it? Okay, it's crazy going on. Back to work. Is dialogue visible?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me go ahead and dig this out. So if you type like
Yes,
move.
I'm learning Java.
Okay, cool. So my job, Java is a big part of that, both for Android development and the back-end developers that write the web services that I'm consuming in the web application I'm writing.
And want to make my own game one day.
That's awesome. What kind of game are you looking to make? Or what got you inspired to make your own game? RuneScape was one of the first games I've seen that was coded in Java that I was really impressed by. It can be very difficult to start learning programming. There's almost too much information out there, but it's extremely rewarding when you get over that hill. The biggest thing I learned is every problem is surmountable. Whatever you run into, someone's already ran into it before. There's a comfort in that.
I started with 3D modeling and then gained interest in game development. So I started learning Java and Python.
Okay, very, very cool. Are you using Blender?
By the way, your project is awesome.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. If you want to see more, if you could subscribe to the channel, that really does help, and a like helps it get more exposure as well. But I really do appreciate that.
Yes, coding is a headache.
Yeah, definitely a headache. What I'm currently working on right now is my day job. So I am feeling it there, because I code this, what you see here, for the stream for fun and just for myself, and to connect with others as well. But I also have a day job.
Yes.
Okay, I've just recently started getting into Blender myself because of VR chat.
Will do, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Lovely. If you ever have any questions, sometimes we get quite a busy chat here with other developers and other people learning, and I'm always willing to speak code as well. That's for sure.
This is your day job.
Yeah, so my day job is on this laptop here, and my fun project is basically the stream game you see there. So I have a presentation in about 2 hours that I need to get completed for work, and I've been having a hard time focusing. So I thought I would get on early today, stream, and actually kind of talk through what I'm working on at work so I could stay focused. That was the idea. I think it's helping.
Sir, why is the avatar RESB running so late to my chats?
So that's a very good question. So there's a delay. It equals out to be about 8 seconds. Part of that is because to get the messages from YouTube, I have to pull their API. So I did put a limit in to do that only every 5 seconds. I could drop that lower. However, we may run into some issues, and I won't be able to debug that tonight, or today at least. But that will be one of the things I'm working on, is decreasing the latency there. I expect we could probably get it down to about 4 seconds delay. Because we have to run moderation filters. We've got a lot going on. But you're not the first to mention that they would like it to be faster, so it's definitely good feedback. Good question. Myself, I program in a handful of languages professionally, so I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if you heard, but I was doing iPhone development in my day job. But now that project is released.
You will debug it, sir. You are a great developer.
I appreciate that, thank you. That is the main thing. You've got to believe in yourself and your ability to debug, figure out the issues, and get it done. If you don't have that quote unquote confidence to go ahead and do it, you're not going to start, or at least I'm not going to start. So
right.
Yeah. Like the first time I built an iPhone app professionally was the first time I ever built one in my life, but I knew I could figure it out. Sometimes going in head first, at least for myself, has been really helpful to gain new exposure to new technology. Plus I see it like, if a company or a person's willing to pay you to learn, to build them something, and they believe you can do it, you probably could do it. Okay. So the thing I'm working on for work is a custom bike builder. So you can customize like which tires you want, which chain, which frame, the colors and stuff. Kind of like a Domino's pizza maker, but for bikes. So it's currently what I'm working on. This is a project where I have to work with a lot of developers to get it done. So we all have a little part of it.
How long have you been a developer?
That's a great question. So I started programming when I was about 11 years old. Started wanting to learn how to build games, and I had no money to play games. So I wanted to build avatar chats actually. So I'm going to be 33 next week. So I think that's 22 years. Which is kind of crazy. I've been doing it professionally since I was about 16.
That is going to be very helpful.
I think so. Never really lost the spark for it, that's for sure. I've went through times in my life though where I've not programmed when I wanted to, but always wanted to build stuff.
May I ask Ablut your pay?
Yeah, please. So my current pay is pretty good. I haven't had a raise beyond cost of living for like the past 2 years at this company. I've had opportunities to switch to others. Although I like this company, so I haven't.
You could have cracked the games.
I could have. But part of the issue is like if you look at like games like RuneScape or Habbo Hotel, well, it kind of led to what you said. So it's like I ended up creating private servers for them, so I could get all the items I wanted in them. But in the process of doing that, I learned how to program, so that meant I could build my own as well. Like I think game development, it actually gives you a huge leg up as a developer. You learn about stuff like sockets, you learn about things like 3D modeling as you are. All sorts of technologies that can be utilized on web that web developers don't ever learn. So you can really show off some cool stuff, show people what they're missing. My first job, I got paid 45,000 a year, which was pretty good for someone that didn't graduate high school. It's went up since then. It's about, maybe it works out to be like $35 an hour or something like that. Who knows? It's expensive to live in it's Florida in America, so if you don't make more than like 100,000, you're not gonna afford to buy a house out here, really. It's expensive. Two, 2, 5, 4. What is going on? Okay, let's discard that. Click customize.
That's a good pay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Like I've always been able to like I'm a generous person. I like helping those around me, and it's good to be able to do that, like, when you can.
Sir, this avatar game, how long did it take to make?
Well, it depends on which part you ask. So just the avatars themselves are easy. You know, that's just WebGL and Canvas. However, I programmed it so you could share your screen.
Sir, why are the chats so empty?
Like, what do you mean? Like, why is there so much space in the chat bubbles, or there's not many people on the stream today?
No, there is only me in the chat section.
That's because I haven't been streaming in a while. Coding at least. And typically I stream late at night. But I promise, if you keep coming back, you will see more people show up. I've had some really interesting people come through before. Like, there's been many times where I've came on here, coded, explained what I was building, showed it, and no one came on, and no one said anything. But if I do this regularly enough, YouTube will start serving it up, and people start coming on again. Like, it was only a month or so ago when I had a really good stream, and it was like 300 chat comments and 1,200 reactions. So that's when people click the little hearts or the little emojis, and people were really excited. Yeah. And this is the sort of stream where you can follow the project over the course of time. So you don't have to feel pressured to watch the whole stream, because I will be back here. I'll show you some new interesting features the next time. That's enjoyable. You get to see it grow. It is rather quiet. Too many keyboards. Okay, so that's working, but now I need to figure out a way to watch that property. I'm going to be slightly vague while I explain what I'm working on at my day job, but the main reason I'm getting on here is to make it so when I'm streaming tonight, YouTube's more likely to serve me up. It keeps me coding right now.
Sir, can I have your Insta account so I can maybe ask things if I run into a problem in game development?
Yeah, give me a second here. What's it called? I'll put it in the chat.
CodeLock says Kynto Virtual World on Insta.
Sweet, thanks for asking. But yeah, definitely feel free to ask any coding questions.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Hmm. Let's see. I think I'm making progress here. That's good news. About an hour and a half before I have to present
Sir,
this.
can you share your coding screen with us?
I would love to. However, for my day job at least, I can't do that here today, this morning, but I promise if you catch my next stream, you'll see me coding on the screen above me here, which is my code, so I can freely show that. But I appreciate you asking. I just can't do it with this one. I realize that it's not the most entertaining or interesting thing, but it is helping me get this work done. Okay, so
Okay, sir, thank you.
yeah, no worries. What part of the world do you come from? Or do you live now? I'm from Scotland myself, but I live in America now.
1423.
Not sure what you mean by that. The worst part about coding is waiting for something to rebuild after you made a code change. This takes about 30 seconds every code change. It's very annoying.
Or back.
Oh, okay, you're moving your character, right? Sweet. Yeah, so if you type move up, you'll see him move up. Because you're at the very far left there. Also, if you type wardrobe, it'll change your clothing. So check this out. And if you keep typing it, you'll get different clothing each time. Oh no, I'm back it up. I'll add some more options so you can specify who you want to be. That'll do for now. You can also jump. Dance. And yeah, it's definitely more fun when the delay isn't that bad, but I could put an item in front of you just really quickly. You can pick up by walking into it. So let me find it.
Sir, are you testing the avatars?
Yes, yeah. I always want to work on this. So if you type move space up, all lowercase, you should be able to pick up that gold bar I put in front of your avatar. Oh, that one's you can't pick up. Let me find a better one. There you go.
Ward Road.
Thank you for testing it out. That's pretty cool.
Try typing move up to get that apple.
Should be able to see that. Hey, cool. Yeah, so you can make little games and stuff. Get some more people on. put some work down. There's some gold bars.
Nice, sir.
Sweet. Very, very cool. I'm gonna have to grab some coffee. And actually, now that you tested some of these features, I can make little clips of that. It helps out the YouTube channel, so thank you for playing around with it. That's too cool. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some coffee. Coffee break.
No problem, sir. Sir, the particles, are they for style?
Yep, so that is a good question. Partly yes, but part of it was this room. So there's different rooms in Kynto. They all are different and they're built by different people. This room was used to show YouTube videos, and YouTube will give your channel in trouble if you don't do some things to change it. So like for reaction videos, I just had the particles flying over the videos, and that was enough for YouTube to not bother me anymore. Because typically when I'm working on the project here, like I'm usually showing stuff like other people are working on, and yeah, I share screen a lot. This is what you should play with in your modeling for 3D. Do some VR stuff, because that's what I'm very interested in now. And, I'll be doing some streams on coding VR, but through web. So I like building application experiences and VR experiences on the web. So that's one of the things we're going to be working on exploring. Yeah, that's the Quest 3 right there. We'll see if Walter will join us in the chat. He's a big friend of the channel.
I will definitely watch those streams.
Awesome. I have a couple of videos as well if you're interested in checking out, where I show you some features I've coded. I recommend actually checking them out. Haven't got too many views on them yet, but the people that watch them, they have a greater understanding of what I've coded so far. And it does help the channel get more exposure as well. So let me look at the recent videos here. Oops. So this video right here, can you see that? The very first video, I recommend you check that out. I wish I could link it in the
Will
chat.
do, sir. Heart suit.
Appreciate that. Very, very cool.
Today I got called out by the podcaster.
Yes, sir. Sir, which engine do you work on? UE5 or Unity?
That's a very good question. About to start work shortly, so I'll have to end the stream for a little bit, but let me go ahead and show you which ones I'm using. So I like to build directly for web. So this is what I'm using for 3D. FreeJS lets you run and build 3D applications for the web, which is pretty cool. And then for 2D, I'm using Phaser. So I'll type that in the chat.
For 2D I use FaserJS and for 3D I use 3OS. I like to build directly for web so anyone can play my games without having to download or me have to deal with licensing, etc.
I feel like there's a little bit more control. You do take a little hit in performance, but every single year that's becoming less and less. And you have all sorts of features, like I can share screen on the web, I can share my cameras. And when I end the stream, I really recommend check that video out because you'll see this in detail. You can select your microphone. Lists all the microphones on my computer, USB or Bluetooth. Same with the cameras. So I can share cameras that way, and I can also share my screen. I'm not going to demonstrate that right now, but please check out that video. And I appreciate you hanging out with me this morning. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, but if you've got any more questions, shoot them right over. And let me post to Discord too, just in case you have Discord.
Just in case you have Discord, here is link you have to copy it discord.com/sir1qs.
Yeah, please, please. Love the questions.
Do you stream every day or special days?
So you just happened to find me an interesting time in my life. I will be trying to stream every day. Typically it's special days, so it's pretty random, and that hurts the channel. It doesn't help it. Yeah, so keep an eye out for me. I don't know what time zone you're in, but I get off work around 6 p.m. New York time, and I hope to start streaming around 6 p.m. till anywhere till 12 a.m. I stay up late. Sometimes you'll catch me in the morning. I just plan on doing it more. Yeah, I'll definitely work on a stream schedule and figure out a way to share that. And just you being on this stream today, asking questions and engaging with me, literally will mean the next stream I do has more people join it. So you directly are helping this grow.
Thank you, sir. I will try to watch all the streams.
Much appreciated. We'll get heavy into the code, we'll get heavy into development, and I'll be able to share screen and walk through it. So really appreciate you today. It was great questions, great exchange. Thank you for your support. All right, I'm signing off for now. I'm about to sign into work officially. Yeah, catch you in the next one. All right.